just to make another one.
Just to let us be, 'cause I treasure the way you come. Now you said to me.
Hey, welcome back to my channel. My name is Aryel Camiel. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Okay. As the title of this video, you know it's another chit chat video, so I'm gonna get into the topics. Alright, so getting into trust issues. Most of my trust issues come from past friendships, family, people who I thought were family, and my past experience with guys. Like, with guys I thought I could trust. So it's just, that's really where my trust issues come from. I'm pretty sure everybody can relate. I feel at times, even though I have a small circle, I don't want to take away from like what I have. Sometimes having a small circle, most of my friends are long distance. Not all of my friends are upfront with me. And the one friend that y'all met in my last video, we both have different schedules, so it's just like, sometimes I do want my own friend, just like, you know, in a perfect world. I do, despite me having a small circle, I don't always feel like I truly have anyone in my corner who has my best interest at heart. So it's just, sometimes I like struggle with loneliness. That's really what it is. Not saying I just need someone around me, but it's just like sometimes you just wanna, maybe I'm just not used to living on my own, like being alone all the time. I'm just not used to being alone all the time. Sometimes it takes a toll on like how I feel, like having mood swings. And so the biggest hard lesson I had to learn from trusting, with just my trust issues in general, the hard lesson I had to learn was actions over words. Like, that's really like where it stems from. Like, I'm beyond the point of hearing what you say. Like, in most cases, some people hear me say sounds good all the time. When somebody tells me, I'll be like, okay, sounds good, sounds good. That's really like, it's just like, I'm not saying that it goes in the ear out the other. It's just like, I really don't care what you have to say. If you're not standing on what you're showing me, then okay, sounds good. I'm not one of the ones where you can just tell me something and I just be like 100% okay. Like, I feel, if I'm not seeing what you're saying, then it's just up in the air. Like, if I feel like things are just up in the air, then that's where it's just gonna be. Like, I'm taking what you say with a grain of salt. I take things what anyone says to me with a grain of salt, because I don't know, sometimes not everybody falls through, or until further notice, it just sounds good. It's just more of actions over word. I just rather see you stamp on what you say. So how I cope with my trust issues, actually I shut down and I isolate myself completely, which actually is more damage than it is good. And I know, like, my way of coping is just me trying to analyze like life, really. Like, sometimes where things don't make sense, I try to, sometimes I'm just known to go on a hiatus and just not, I don't want to talk to anyone. Sometimes I get in my moods where I just want to be somewhere else and I just don't want to be bothered sometimes. But overall, with my trust issues, it just really stems from like past experiences, what I've been exposed to, and just learning how to maneuver through it the best way I know how and the best way I can, really. So it's just like, I'm still learning how to release like that like negative energy of, oh, I don't trust nobody, because I don't feel like that's healthy either. Like, shutting out people entirely, how do you expect to welcome in new if your mind is always closed off? So I'm still learning that, but I can't lie, like, with trust issues, it's difficult for me to process my past. Like, in order for me to release, I have to process it sometimes. And maybe I'm just in my head about that too. Like, I feel maybe sometimes it's not meant for me to understand, but it's just, I don't know how to rekindle things with people. I don't know how to, like, once you cross me, it's just like I'm always gonna second guess. Like, if you go out of your way to wrong me, it's just like, it's like when you break a mirror, when you put the pieces back together, it's still fractured. So it's just like, it's not what it once was. So it's just hard for me to move past it. It takes me a long time to really process like my trauma, and it's just like I'm learning to not shut down and isolate myself when I'm hurt, versus shutting out people entirely. I'm learning how to welcome in new energy, and I'm learning how to forgive. That just stems from forgiving. So with my trust issues, I wouldn't say I have a vendetta. I don't think that's the case, but I definitely feel like I'm working through how to get past my trust issues. So okay, moving on to zodiac signs. So I am a Capricorn, but I feel like with zodiacs, I don't feel like they're Bible. I feel like when it comes to zodiac signs, I just feel like there's strong theory of someone's personality. Yes, someone can be the total opposite of their typical traits. So, and I've had so many encounters of that. Like, I would be like, oh, that's your sign, and then they're not even, it's the opposite. So for the most part, I come across Scorpios, Virgos, and Sagittarius. Like, those are like my main three that I always like. That's always who I come across. Like, I never not met a Virgo, etc. Like, I just never not. Like, I don't know if I attract them or what, but yeah. Okay, so I really don't come across my own sign, which is Capricorn. My own sign, which is weird to me. Like, I always wanted to meet like other Capricorns, but I never meet other Capricorns. Like, it's rare that I meet another Capricorn, and I don't know why. Like, that bothers me. That really bothers me sometimes. I'm like, I want to meet more people who are like me. Not like me, but I want to meet more Capricorns just to see like the Capricorns are like. I always been curious to know what other Capricorns are like. Like, I could research all day, whatever, but I really don't meet a lot of Capricorns, like, at all. The signs I really meet would be Capricorns, Cancers, Libras, and Aquariuses. Like, I barely meet them. I feel like, based on my social media, I don't know any like Aquarius other than celebrity wise. I don't know when to be like, oh yeah, I know them. Like, I want to meet more of like Cancers and Libras, and the only Libra I really know is like Jada. The only Cancer I know is like Sweetie, and the only other Aquarius I know is J. Cole. Like, that's like celebrity wise, but like I don't know any like personally, which is like, I would want to know. I would want to know what they're like. So the signs I just don't mesh well with. Like, I just don't like. It's just, I've always had bad experiences with Geminis and Leos. Like, Geminis and Leos, I just feel like they go head to head. And maybe an Aries too. I think that's like a fire sign. I'm not too familiar with what. But for the most part, Geminis, like, in my past female friendships, like, shit was crazy. From dating a male Gemini, that shit was wicked. It's just, I just don't like it. I wouldn't say they're not too much for me. It's never that. It was just more so like, it's just I don't see eye to eye with how they view life, and I'm not trying to, you know, make everything stereotypical and just be like, oh, if you're like that, you're all like that. I don't feel like that. But it's just like, from my experience for like years, like, cause I meet Geminis and Leos often, so it's just like, my experience has just never been good. You can tell by the look on my face. I may do a story time one day, but for the most part, I feel like I just don't get along with them. Like, we just don't mesh well. Like, I just always had a bad experience. For the Gemini, they have like two heads. It's like their personality trait is like two heads. So it's like which person are you today? It's giving very much that. And then with Leos, it's just like, it's just, I don't know, like Leos for me, like, I wouldn't call them attention seeking, but I would say, I don't want to bash no sign for real, I really don't, but honestly it would be male Leos. Male Leos I just cannot stand, like I cannot stand male Leos. So like I just, I can't. All right, so moving on to my last topic, single and situationships. So from my experience, there's never nothing good that comes out of a situationship, period. Oftentimes it's just mainly dead weight, and just from me moving to things prematurely. That's really what it is. And with situationships, I just feel like there's no real building, and there's like, as far as like future talks and really defining what the bond or relationship is, it's just like there's no real security in that. Like a situationship, like just the sound shit, there's nothing positive about being in a situationship. There's nothing good that comes out of it. Like I said, it's always going to be someone more invested than the other. It's just very one-sided, and it's just never mutual. Like it's just what it is. It's literally what it is. And then as far as my love life, it's pretty much non-existent. I don't know, like it's giving me Love Jones. Like if I had to describe my life right now, I would say very much Love Jones. That's what I would describe it as. Not literally, but something like it. Don't get me wrong, I still believe in love because the way I love, honestly. So I feel like what's for me will find me, and it'll just simply align. What's for you is for you. Like it won't feel too hard. Like it'll just literally feel like a breath of fresh air. And really establishing a foundation is really what matters, because being in a situationship is just nothing fun about it. Like there's nothing cute, it's nothing good. Like there's nothing to brag about. It's just giving sneaky link vibe. It's just not it. I feel like as far as my situation, I'm very much single. There's nothing about me being delusional about that. I'm very much single. And so was the person I was involved with. They're very much single. So it's just like, at this point, what I'm focused on is just my content and just pouring into my passion, whatever I feel that my calling is. So it's just like working towards like solidifying myself and really just taking things more serious, taking my craft more serious. And that's really what it is for me. I'm very much single. Am I open to dating? I think I'm open to date. I want to date, but I'm not in a rush to date. I feel like, I don't want to date here in Atlanta. I don't. Like, if you live in Atlanta but you're not from Atlanta, okay. But if you're, well, I don't know. Very much single. I'm open to dating, but it's just like, only time will tell if I'm truly ready to pursue someone that I feel is worth my time, or simply just go on a date. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just don't know what the future holds, but that's not my main priority. Love right now, yes. The only time I think about it, the only time it hits you is at night. That's the only time it hits you. But that's pretty much it for this video. I just wanted to talk about a couple topics. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I do be seeing who be seeing. That's it for this video. I'm about to wrap it up. Something quick and short and sweet, I think, hopefully. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you in my next one.